Angelo, is it?
Hello. Yeah. Hi, James.
How are you doing, man?
It is
Nice
great,
to meet you.
great to have you with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, yeah. I'm doing all right, yeah. Good.
Yeah, well, you're finally coming to Croatia. Your first club gig ever here.
Ever, yeah. Which is crazy because, you know, we've been to most countries in the world. Don't know why we've never been to your beautiful country, but I'm looking forward to it. Because
How come?
it just looks amazing. Everything you see. I've know a lot of friends have been over to Croatia on vacation, and they just say, "You've got to go to." It's beautiful people. Food's amazing. The scenery's beautiful, and one of my favourite ever football players, Luka Modric, obviously.
Yeah, but of course. Have you ever been in Croatian coast, like you personally? Or
No, I've never been. No, never.
You've never been. So what do you imagine how the atmosphere will be at your first gigs here?
I don't know. Because obviously in England, it's kind of they know us, don't they? And we've played 1,000 gigs probably in England, and you go over to countries you've never been to, and I just hope they like it. I hope they're into it. I'm just excited to come and not just to play, but just to have a little look around and eat some of your food and taste your beers and stuff, and yeah.
Do you have any idea of how let's say Croatia is some kind of third world country, like in a way of economical circumstances, and
right.
we didn't have opportunity to see you at the peak of your fame. Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
But, how do you see Starsailor player at that kind of territory and in the small clubs or big venues? Is there any difference from the band's perspective of view?
Not for me. I'm happy to play in front of 400 people or 40,000 people. I just happy to be able to play music as a job, and I'm so lucky. And to do it with my best friends. We've been friends for 30 years now, and we still call it, even when we're off, because I play with a different band, Spiritualizedu, as well. Mm-hmm. So I tour a lot in America with them, and I just always find it great to come back to my boys in the band and my friends, and it doesn't matter where we play. We can play in a pub in England and in front of 50 people. I get as much as enjoyment as playing, like you say, 40,000, 50,000. So I'm just excited to get back into Croatia and to finally get there. And also we're going to Switzerland, and we've not been to Switzerland for quite a while as well. So, just beautiful places that we're lucky to go over and not just be on holiday, but get to play some music. And I think it's quite a small.
That's a great...
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't have to interrupt you.
Oh no, go on. I was just saying, yeah, like I say, I don't know how big the club is. It's quite small in Croatia, I think, isn't it? So it'd be good place to see us for the Croatian fans, I think, in a small, intimate venue. I think it'd be really great.
Yeah, great attitude from the band's perspective of view. Tell me, please, with the revival of the bands like Oasis, Radiohead, and Blur, like this year, do you see and do you feel Starsailor also have been rediscovered by the new generation, or you didn't catch up now that kind of revival train?
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think especially with the sales of our tour in England, it's flying. So I think people have been starved of, especially Oasis. It's been so big in England. It's been, everyone seems to be an Oasis fan now. People that you've known for 20 years, and all of a sudden they've got Oasis t-shirts. So you're thinking, well, hang on, So it's reigniting a bit of a flame, I think, for people thinking, oh yeah, let's go to gigs again. I think especially after COVID, it took. Same in every country. It took a while for people to be confident of going back into rooms again. And then now I think because Oasis was such a cultural importance in this country and around the world of how people dressed, about that attitude to other people, about, we're different than that band, but every band has a bit of that in them, where you want to say, "Oh, this is what we're doing. Come on board." And I think we're seeing younger people at our gigs, which is just great. You know, the people our age, like 45 to 50s, mid 40s, early 40s, and also like 19, 20-year-olds are there singing the songs. So it's great. It's got a long may it continue, because it's the best job in the world.
Tell me, please, if you put yourself in a fan perspective, is the Radiohead or the Oasis revival of the year? Are you bigger fan of the Gallagher brothers or of Tom York?
Oh, well, that's a good question. Different, because I think if I'm feeling a bit, a few beers with my mates, I'm going to put some Oasis on and go. We're going to be laddish and we're going to be a bit raucous, but if I'm musically, I think Radiohead are more interesting from a musician's point of view, because Oasis are kind of just 4 or 5 chords, simple melody, simple rock beat, but it's amazing. So, and fair play to them. But Radiohead, I like the way they pushed the boundaries. When they came out with that Kid A, I thought was great. And obviously, OK Computer was a bit of a game changer when we were young.
And what about you? And what about Starsailor? If you compare Starsailor around 2001 Love Is Here album and nowadays last year's album, what are the biggest change, or is there any changes in, I don't know, approach of your writing, recording, and touring?
Yeah, I think when we first did the Love Is Here and it was really successful, and Science Is Easy was the second album, was really successful. And then we kind of died off a bit. Probably the third album wasn't our best record, I don't think. But the last 2 albums, I think, have been a real good return to form. And the formulas, the way we record is very similar to how we did, really. But also, I think we've evolved massively as musicians. And I think James's voice is probably stronger now than what it was 20, 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. So just the approach to the writing sessions is always the same. James will come in with maybe a melody or a bit of a chord structure, and then he'll come to me, and then I'll go to the rest of the band, and then we get together and we kind of write. We finish off his ideas a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Starsailor sound is very often talked in terms of James Walsh's voice, but from the bass player perspective, you are part of the rhythm section, and how do you see your role? Are you more like a backbone or a hidden storyteller of the band?
I think I play. I think because I've studied bass so much for like 35 years now, it's my passion. Mm-hmm. I love listening to people like Jaco Pastorius, and I get a lot of stuff from Miles Davis. But in Starsailor world, that's not really, I'm not going to be playing these crazy kind of licks. So I see myself as kind of a melodic little lines that intertwine with the melody, but also kind of still a bit of rock where it's really solid with the drums, I think.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, please, during the band's hiatus and during the years you didn't perform, did you personally stay connected to the music?
Yeah, well, when we took a break, I joined Spiritualized. Probably 4 months after we took a break. So I went straight back into touring and making albums with them. I've made 2 albums with them. I've been with them for 15 years now. I go to America tomorrow. We go to New York tomorrow with them. So I kind of left Starsailor behind a little bit for a good 5 or 6 years, maybe. I still kept friends and we kept contact, obviously, because we're friends first and foremost. But I wasn't really thinking about it a lot when I was busy doing other projects.
Sorry if I interrupted you.
Oh no! I think we needed a break. I think we were kind of running out of steam a bit in terms of ideas.
Could you tell me, please, if you could compare? I stand from the perspective of huge Jason Spaceman's fan from the Spaceman 3 and the.
Oh yeah.
Could you compare working with him and working in Starsailor? Is there any differences or similarities?
God, where to start with Jason? Jason, I absolutely love him to bits, and I'm lucky he's become one of my closest friends. And you know, he's very different in the way he works. He's very his attention to detail is I've never seen anything like it, and he has an amazing ear. He's got an amazing ear for little sonics and nuances, and bringing brass certain lines out and then hiding them in the mix and then reintroducing them. I think his brain is his musical knowledge and his love of music is off the scale. It's addictive to me to be with him, because even though he's nearly 60 this year, he's still as enthusiastic. I imagine when he was in Spaceman 3 and they were writing these great songs, and I think and it's different with Starsailor, because I think we come from more of a not pop, but maybe a pop, maybe slightly more commercial arrangements. I'll say more verse, bridge, chorus, verse, middle eight, chorus, etc. Where Jason he's not interested in that. He's just interested in where he sees it. So it's quite different environments to work in, and he's crazy.
Tell me, it's last but not least, we are approaching at the end of we have got 15 minutes for the interview.
Okay.
The music industry has changed a lot since you signed in at the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Tell me please about what do you feel and how do you cope with the artificial intelligence and the bands like Velvet Sundown? Are they ruining, or what are they doing to the music industry?
It's kind of frightening, isn't it? What AI is capable of. And we're just in the infancy of this AI, I think, at the minute. And I think in another 10 years, Jesus, I don't know what it'd be capable of doing. But you can't hide from technology, I'm afraid. But it's also...
Is it terrifying or thrilling?
It's a bit of both, I think. Because there's going to be some production things that you can do with AI now that you can do at home, where you can strip a whole song back and just completely identify one part, a brass line, or you could probably be able to get Miles Davis, just his horn line without Coltrane, amazing things like that. But then they're also going to be capable of writing songs in like 30 seconds, which are convincing songs, I think. So, but I think people always want to go and watch a band. I think the live music, unless AI come out with some fucking crazy 3D band or something in 10, 15 years, I think people always are going to want to watch a good live band. And I think that's what's kept the music industry kind of flowing is because sales of records is, even if you're Ed Sheeran, you're not selling, he's not selling what he sold 10 years ago. And it's the decline in sales, but the live seems to be doing well.
Sure. Thanks you very, very much. We are looking forward to see
Angelo,
you.
I can't wait to... Are you going to come to the show?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Well, come and say hi. We'll have a beer.
Thank you very, very much. I will.
You have to get me a nice Croatian beer.
Thanks very much.
All right. Cheers, man. Bye-bye, Angelo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.